Okay guys, good morning. Welcome to Six Figure Stylist Day 2. So excited for today. The rain is happening, but what better to do on a rainy day than to be inside with amazing people working on your business. I mean, that's what I would choose to do on a rainy day, but you know, maybe that's just me. So we're so excited. Behind me right here, we have something really fun and cute that we're doing today. Every day we like to add something a little fun, a little different, something to get them excited again, change things up. So the things that we changed up today are we have this cute little Polaroid bar, and we have some inspirational quotes back here, and everybody can take cute little pictures with each other and post them in there, kind of like a little yearbook. So we changed that up. We also did change up our setup for seating today. So we're going to be working a lot on like numbers and schedules, and all those things require lots of pens to paper. So we switched up our seating arrangement, new stuff in the boutique. We got an amazing spread this morning, and our lunch is going to be delish. We got some surprises coming later, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Watch and see what it's like to attend Day 2 at Six Figure Stylist. We are getting the party started in here. People are arriving. Everybody is getting a nice, beautiful breakfast. I'm taking so many Polaroids, I can't even see you right now on the screen because the flash is so intense. But we're really excited. The vibes are already happening this morning, and we're dancing, so.
What are you guys most excited for Day 2?
I'm excited for getting the students solid on their numbers.
Yes.
I'm excited to help Anna get people excited about numbers.
Hi guys, I'm so excited. I've got these two amazing, incredible stylists next to me. First thing I want everybody to know is who you are and where you're from.
My name's Allie Akapaw. I'm from Russell, Kansas.
And it's her birthday. Turn that door off for you. Okay.
I'm Megan Shriver, and I'm from Missoula, Montana.
Amazing. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday was the very first day of Six Figure Style. Am I too loud? I'm screaming. Okay, great. Yesterday was the first day of Six Figure Style. You guys have never been here before. So I want to kind of hear, like, what was your favorite part of yesterday?
I think my favorite part was definitely like taking a step back. We went over like self-assessment yesterday, and just being able to take a break and kind of like focus on things that are your strengths, your weaknesses, and just kind of evaluating everything, because obviously when it's so busy you don't have time to do that kind of stuff very often.
Yeah.
So it was very uplifting, and being able to hear like other stylists going through the same thing that you're going through, it just was like made you feel like you weren't alone. So that was a big deal.
Thank you. Awesome. And what I mean, that was like
literally so good.
I love that. No, I mean, what about for you? I know you've been talking to me about a ton of things.
Yeah, I think so often we're so focused on like the business goals, which is a huge part of this anyway, but just to take a step back and like think about what our personal goals are. Like, it's been a long time since I set personal goals. I'm always setting business goals. So to really take a step back and be like, okay, what are my personal goals? How am I going to get there? What are the steps that I'm going to take to do that? And then also just being with all the other women and hearing like what their goals are and where they're coming from. I was like, oh, you guys struggle with that too. Okay, great. I'm not alone.
So I feel like we're getting the vibe. It's like you're not alone, big community. And did you guys come here by yourself?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So both of you came here by yourself. Were you a little bit nervous coming into it, or what was kind of like?
A little bit.
What were you thinking?
Yeah, definitely. It's intimidating, especially when you're around like a lot of other successful people. But again, it's been really uplifting. So it's been really great.
Yeah, I came here completely solo. This is actually the second time I've ever flown alone, so it was like a big deal. I always get like so nervous, but everything has just been like so smooth, and it's been so welcoming here. The way that everything is running, it doesn't feel like I'm here alone.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really great. Yeah, I love it.
And what if somebody was thinking about coming to Six Figure Stylist next year? What would you say?
Oh, 100% do it.
Yes, I agree, definitely. Like again, like she said, it's so like comforting, and like everything was super welcoming. Yeah, for sure.
And we're only one day in. We got 2 more to go, baby. All right, hands in on 3, little let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go! Yes, I feel like yesterday when I was in the group sessions too, I felt like people were like helping people with good feedback, not like attacking anybody and being like, well, I do it this way. It was more like, you know, this is what I do and this could help you and this could benefit you. And that's why it's so important to not only have like us coaches that have such different experiences, but really, you know, our attendees that have such different experiences. to actually do the business stuff. Maybe I need time to do my inventory, to send my bridal agreements, to, you know, write them a handwritten letter, to go to the store and get the product. I need time to, you know, dust off my retail shelves. I need time to, you know, get my beverages for, you know, I needed time for all of these things, and I didn't give myself any time. I mean, 6 days a week at a, you know, at a minimum sometimes I'm taking clients because I did a lot of bridal. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this was the barn era. So I'm driving 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours to these barns in the middle of nowhere, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to bed at midnight. Like, it was exhausting. Like, you can make amazing money and not run yourself like that. So after that, I'm like, okay, something is like wrong. I'm not vibing here. This is not the vibe. So I decided, I was like, okay, what if I dropped back just 1 day a week? And I was like, I can work on business stuff that day, really just get my head super clear. I was really nervous to do it because there was a financial loss, right? But the best thing I ever did was do that because it allowed me to step back and become creative again. It's really hard to be creative in your business if you're constantly in it and never step back and view things from there. Does anybody do updos in here? Or even just, yeah, detailed haircuts? How is it when you're like here doing an updo versus when you step back and you look in the mirror and you see everything from a side profile view? You can see the balance that's happening within that, right? It's very much the same as with our schedules. And so again, a lot of times we're like, we do hair, right? We all started doing a service, okay? So that's what we know, that's our strength. That's what we're pouring into. We know immediate money's gonna come from there. But if you sometimes can just step back a tiny little bit and be strategic about it, so I want to do all the things, okay? Like, I don't want to be like this with all the things on my body, right? So I'm trying to think, how can I set my schedule up so I can do all the things that I love? I only live once. Life is super short. I'm going to do every single thing that I love. So I do hair now 3 days a week, and I do business 2 days a week, and I take completely off on the weekends, except for if I have to run like payroll or Six Figure Stylist is coming, or, you know, I'm doing renovations or things like that, but I plan that into my life so that I'm not like, I mean, before I could never make it to one of my, I have 15 nieces and nephews now, could not make it to one game, could not make it to half of their, you know, graduations and things like that, and I was like, no more. Like, this isn't gonna be my life someday. When I have kids, I wanna be able to be there for them, but I also wanna make really good money. Okay, and so I can tell you I make more working 3 days a week behind the chair than I did working 5 days a week behind the chair.
All right, guys, little vlog update. We just finished lunch. We're all nourished. We're feeling good. This morning we had such great conversations with everybody. It was just flowing, like so many good group conversations. And I think that's the beauty of being in the room with people that understand your industry. It's just, we have common things, common successes, common struggles. And so it was just a really beautiful, seamless morning. I'm really excited because now we're about to get into some financial things. We have some new pieces to Six Figure Stylist this year. So I'm really excited to share it with the team and see what they think. So let's go do it.
Wanna know what you're thinking, wanna know if something's missing. Started stories before, but they end up short. Take me up to higher places, want you to feel my pages. Is this for real or is it just a fantasy? Are we from now or is it really meant to be?
There is absolutely zero judgment in Six Figure Stylist for where you are now, for where you want to go, and anything in between, okay? We have a lot of different levels in this room, which is super beautiful, and I was so honored and had the privilege of viewing those for you guys, and I would say you guys are some freaking rock stars, so you should be super proud of yourselves and how successful you guys are doing. But again, like I said, we've got people at all different levels. We've got people at all different varieties of stylists as well, right? From assistant to salon owner and everything in between. So it's really cool that we can work this formula out and make it kind of work for everybody. Percentage that you make, okay? And if you're a rental or salon owner, your profit percentage is gonna be on your little sheet that was in your folders. So your profit percentage, yes. So an average profit percentage is going to be between, as a rental stylist, between 30 and 60%. If your profit percentage is 90, and we probably filled something out wrong,
unless you do maybe a lot of like bridal styling and you have really low expenses and that's all you do. If your profit percentage is lower than that, that's also possibly normal. If you may just be starting out and you may have a ton of expenses and things like that, but again, that's why we'll be tracking a little bit farther. When you have downtime, like in between a client, like to me, that's like, I've got now an area of opportunity that I've got an hour gap. I'm gonna use that hour gap for something business-wise that can help grow my business. So if you guys are at the salon, and I'm not saying you can't, you know, twiddle your thumbs or just, you know, scroll on Instagram or do what you want. Maybe you just need a little break, but you know, maybe go grab some coffee at a local coffee shop and really sit down and tackle a project. Maybe you're trying to figure out your next price increase or tackle one of your goals. Like use that time, because then you're not gonna have to use that time when you go home. You are already gonna be there to work anyway. Same thing with commission stylists and new stylists as you're in training. Any stylist can always work on learning a new technique or being better at mastering one. You want to be a really good extension artist? You want to make a lot of money? Okay, cool. Let's get faster at it. So maybe during that downtime that you have, pop out that mannequin head. Nobody's too big or too small for a mannequin head. Pop that baby out. Practice on your timing on your rows. Make that a little bit cleaner. Elevate your service in some way.
When she goes to sit, he's got to give her the ball. He is her guy. Don't love her guy. Okay? Whoever's second. Hey, everyone get set, roll!
What a good day filled with so much content. It was like very brain heavy, very serious, but then we did a super fun game at the end and I just felt like it lifted everybody's energies. It can be really hard to achieve these big, massive goals that we have, but we broke it down really simply for them, and I feel like everybody left feeling really inspired. They want to go home, they want to work on their businesses, they want to work on themselves, and so we did exactly what we set out to do today. So I'm so excited for day 3 tomorrow. We're going to be doing some branding. Branding and marketing tomorrow, baby. We'll see you.